Well, my friends, day one of Google I/O has just gotten started, and already we've been hit with some huge announcements detailing Google's next steps for the development of Gemini. As someone that's been using Gemini on a near daily basis for the past year or so, I can tell you these are some pretty important features and changes that we should all be in the know about. So far, we've gotten some massive game-changing updates on Project Astra, new Gemini models, and a ton of features to go with it. A new subscription tier for Gemini that costs a pretty insane $250 a month. And yes, you absolutely heard that right, $250 a month, plus a ton more. Thankfully for you, we've got everything you need to know in one super easy to watch video. So sit back, relax, and also consider subscribing to the 9 to 5 Google YouTube channel for more content like this, as we have a few more Google I/O videos in the pipeline that you should stick around for. Starting off, let's talk about one of the most important features Google showcased at Google I/O, and Project Astra is a big one here, which is set to gain some new agentic capabilities. Today at Google I/O, we got a pretty detailed demonstration of what that looks like as Google demoed their latest research prototype for an agentic Project Astra, and it showed some pretty impressive capabilities. For example, in the demo, we saw the user ask Astra to find a PDF manual for a bike repair and scroll directly to the most relevant page. We also saw the user ask Astra to find an instructional YouTube video about another aspect of the repair, where the AI found said video on their behalf and opened it for the user. These are just some small instances of how this agentic AI should work in theory, but the demo kept getting more interesting as we saw the user ask Astra to make a call to a bike shop to see if they had a specific part in stock, where it seems the user did not have to intervene pretty much at all. He just asked Gemini to make the call, and in a few minutes he got an answer. I gotta be honest here, I personally hate doing these menial tasks of calling places to get information, so to have Gemini do it for me, at least in theory, sounds incredibly useful to me. We also saw a clip where another person interrupted the conversation between Gemini and the user. In that instance, Gemini paused and waited for the user to request the conversation to continue, where they picked up right where they left off. So as a whole, it seems like this new version of Project Astra is an even more capable, multimodal AI assistant that can understand complex requests, access and process information from a ton of different sources, and is able to interact with apps, manage tasks, and maintain a conversational context in a very human-like manner. This seems super useful actually, and I think it's the next logical step for AI and is overall the main reason how AI can be genuinely helpful for us outside of just information gathering. The long-term goal is to help us reclaim our time by having it do these small, kind of frustrating tasks for us. It should also reduce a lot of friction for us as humans, where we don't have to be experts or deeply involved in every little menial task. In a perfect world, AI should make our life easier in this way, and I'm incredibly excited to see how this develops as time goes on. And also, we did get a fair amount of updates for Gemini when it comes to Google Chrome as well. One big feature is Gemini is coming to the Chrome desktop browser. The biggest headline features are that you'll be able to ask questions about the current web page, summarize content and clarify information, recall information from previous viewed web pages, and access Gemini Live for voice interaction. And this will launch on May 21st for Windows and Mac for Google AI Pro and Ultra subscribers, with more features coming in the future. And we did get more details on Project Mariner, which is effectively a smart assistant for the Chrome browser that can actively use the internet on your behalf. We also got news that it is available for Google AI Ultra subscribers, which I will dig into a little bit more in a minute, but the big idea around Project Mariner is it can look up information for you, conduct research, make bookings for things like flights and restaurants, buy items with your explicit permission, of course, and much more, up to 10 different tasks at the same time. It was also mentioned it will be available soon to the Gemini app, Google Search's AI mode, and via the Gemini API for developers. So that's what I think is the most important announcements we saw on day one at Google I/O. That said, there is a lot more we need to talk about. For one, we got an update to Gemini 2.5 Flash with improved performance and reasoning, multimodality, coding, and long context benchmarks, while also being more efficient by using 20 to 30% fewer tokens. Google did announce the next version of Imagen with version 4 that brings lifelike detail and better text and topography outputs. Starting today, Google is bringing the Project Astra powered camera and screen sharing features to iPhone and iPad users. Google also announced Gemini 2.5 Deep Think with advanced thinking capabilities. Gemini Live will get the Gemini app extension support for Google Maps, calendar, tasks, and keep within the upcoming weeks. Deep research can now combine public data with your private PDFs and images. Lastly, in Google Canvas, you will now see a new Create menu where you can create a web page, infographic, and quiz about your written information. And Gemini is also adding interactive quizzes where your answers will give you instant feedback and personalized follow-up quizzes focused on areas it thinks you may have found challenging. Finally, amongst all the new Gemini news, Google has also made some updates to their subscription tiers that I'm honestly not too sure what to feel about, at least at this time. Prior to this update, you could sign up for the AI Premium plan that costs $20 a month, where you got some nice perks like 2 terabytes of cloud storage, deeper Gemini integration across Gmail, Docs, Sheets, and more, priority access to new Gemini features, Gemini Advanced with their most powerful AI models, and access to the VO2 AI video generator, plus a few more. But as revealed at Google I/O, Google's changing things up a bit, renaming the AI Premium plan to Google AI Pro. That still sits at the $20 price point. This tier will still get all the features that I just mentioned and will continue to get new features in the future, such as early access to Gemini and Chrome, as well as the new Flow AI-powered video editor tool powered by VO2. However, they have also introduced a new tier called Google AI Ultra that starts at a pretty insane $250 a month. From what I've seen so far, this tier is kind of positioned as VIP access to the company's AI features. In addition to the features you get from the AI Pro tier, you also get 30 terabytes of storage, which does cost $150 a month on its own, by the way, and you also get YouTube Premium as part of the bundle. Plus, you get the highest limits in the Gemini app with 2.5 Pro DeepThink, access to the Flow video editor with VO3 as well, Whisk, which is an image to video creation AI tool, Notebook LM with the best model capabilities coming later this year, and Gemini in Workspace. Plus, this AI Ultra tier is how you get access to the Project Mariner research prototype as well. And to be honest, I'm certainly not going to jump for this tier or recommend everyone does, as the $20 a month plan should be more than enough for most people. But really, as a high-level overview, I think this is only for those that can fully leverage these specialized tools, not for the average person. This plan, in my opinion, is really for the enthusiasts, researchers, or developers that truly need the best Google has to offer. And to be clear, I know this is a lot of information, and trust me, there are a lot more details than what I mentioned in this video. For now, I just really wanted to highlight the most important announcements because there is so much to chew on here. So I'll definitely refer you to the 9to5 Google website for all the nitty-gritty, insane details. The first day of Google I/O has certainly told us a lot about Google's AI ambitions, and it's clear they're betting on Gemini in a big way and its ecosystem. That said, it will be fascinating to see how these features roll out and how they will truly impact our daily interactions with this kind of AI technology. At this point, I know I shared a lot of information, so I'm gonna leave it over to you guys now. I am truly curious what your initial thoughts are on these announcements. Is agentic AI something that you're genuinely excited about, or are you more interested in the updates for these new creative tools? And please, tell me what you think of the new $250 per month Google AI Ultra plan, as I'm genuinely interested to hear your thoughts, so please let me know all your opinions down in the comments below. In the meantime, I'm getting out of here. Until next time, this has been Jordan Floyd from 9to5 Google. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.